The world you perceive is a construct, a theater of shadows where 99% of the population plays the role of the puppet, dancing to invisible strings they cannot see, let alone comprehend. You have felt it, haven't you? That sinking suspicion that in every interaction, in every negotiation, and in every relationship, there is a subtext you are missing, a hidden language of power. The ancients called it rhetoric. The moderns call it manipulation. We call it dark psychology. It is not magic. It is biology hacked. It is the exploitation of glitches in the human operating system. Today, we hand you the manual. We will dismantle the 7 most potent psychological weapons used by the elite, the seducers, and the tyrants. Once you see the strings, you can never unsee them. The question is not whether you are ready to learn. The question is, are you ready to stop being the pawn and finally become the player? Eye contact is not merely observation, it is an assertion of rank. Most people gaze timidly, darting their eyes away to relieve tension. To rule the room, you must master the triangle gaze. This is the geometry of dominance. Imagine an inverted triangle on the face of your target. One point is their left eye. The second point is their right eye. The third point is the space directly between their eyebrows, the seat of the third eye, or the frontal lobe. When you are speaking, or more importantly, when they are speaking, do not look at their mouth. Looking at the mouth signals a desire for intimacy or agreement. It is the gaze of the subordinate. Instead, rotate your focus. Left eye, right eye, forehead. Repeat. This pattern bypasses the social filter and strikes the amygdala. It signals that you are analyzing them, that you are the predator and they are the prey. It creates a subconscious feeling of being seen through. They will stutter. They will look down. In the animal kingdom, the one who breaks eye contact first loses. By maintaining the triangle gaze, you do not ask for respect. You take it. This is the ancient code of authority. Use it to build your walls of influence, and watch them crumble before you. Human beings are terrified of the void. We are social creatures conditioned to fill silence with noise, chatter, and validation. Silence to the uninitiated feels like rejection. This is where you deploy the silence void. When you ask a question and receive a half-truth, or a lie, or a deflection, do not press, do not argue. Simply look them in the eyes and remain utterly silent. Keep your face neutral, a mask of stone. This creates a vacuum. The tension in the air will become palpable, heavy, suffocating. Their brain will scream that the conversation has failed, that you don't believe them, that they are in danger. To resolve this tension, they will start talking. They will elaborate. They will over-explain. And in that frantic attempt to fill the void, the truth will slip out. They will offer up the secrets they intended to keep, just to make the silence stop. You are the abyss. Let them fall into you. The most effective prison is the one the prisoner cannot see. If you try to force someone to do your bidding, their ego will rebel. They will fight for their autonomy. The master manipulator never forces, he guides. This is the illusion of choice. Never ask a question that allows for a no. If you want a child to eat vegetables, you do not ask, "Do you want broccoli?" You ask, "Do you want 2 pieces of broccoli or 3? If you want a meeting, you do not ask, "Are you free?" You ask, "Does Tuesday morning or Thursday afternoon work better for you?" You have framed the universe of options. You have narrowed their reality down to 2 paths, both of which lead to your destination. They feel empowered because they made a choice. They feel in control. But it is a phantom control. You are the architect of the maze, and no matter which turn they take, they end up exactly where you want them. This is the checkmate before the game begins. The options are yours to design. The freedom is theirs to imagine. Construct the sky they live under, and they will never look for the exit. Why do you binge watch an entire series in one night? Why does a song stuck in your head drive you to madness? It is the Zeigarnik effect. The human brain has a compulsive need for closure. It holds on to unfinished tasks, looping them in the subconscious until they are complete. You can weaponize this to create obsession. When you are telling a story, stop at the climax and change the subject. When you are texting, disappear right when the conversation becomes intense. Leave a hanging thread. By denying them the resolution, you create a cognitive itch that only you can scratch. You occupy their mind rent-free. They will check their phone. They will replay your words. They will chase you, not because they love you, but because their brain demands the final note of the symphony. Be the cliffhanger, not the ending. Let them wonder, let them wait, and you will own their attention. Ivan Pavlov proved that you can program a biological entity to react to a stimulus without thought. He rang a bell, and the dog salivated. You will do the same, but with emotion. This is Pavlovian anchoring. Choose a specific state you want to trigger in your target: laughter, excitement, or arousal. Wait for the moment they naturally feel this emotion intensely. In that exact peak moment, apply a unique stimulus. Touch their left shoulder. Snap your fingers. Use a specific phrase. Do this 3 or 4 times. You are wiring a button into their neurology. Once the anchor is set, you can trigger the feeling on command. When they are sad, or angry, or distant, you touch the shoulder, you ring the bell, and their biology will flood them with the good feelings you anchored. You become the source of their dopamine. You become the drug. They will not understand why they feel this way. They simply know they need you. Control the stimulus. Control the response. We are all just animals waiting for the bell. Negotiation is not about compromise. It is about debt. To get what you want, you must first ask for what you do not expect to get. This is the door-in-the-face technique. You need a small favor, perhaps $10. Do not ask for 10. Ask for 100. They will refuse. They will say no. And in that moment, a subtle psychological guilt forms. They feel they have been unhelpful, rigid, unkind. This is the moment you strike. You retreat. You say, "Okay, I understand. Could you perhaps spare $10 then?" The relief they feel is instantaneous. To alleviate their guilt and match your concession, they will agree to the smaller request. You traded a rejection for a guaranteed acceptance. You made them feel like they won, while you walked away with the prize you wanted all along. It is the oldest law of commerce. Push them to the extreme, so they settle in the middle. The slam opens the lock. Master the retreat. Trust usually takes years to build, but you can hack it in seconds using false confidentiality. Humans are hardwired for reciprocity. If I give you a gift, you feel compelled to give one back. Secrets are the currency of intimacy. To make someone trust you instantly, share a secret with them. It doesn't have to be a major secret, just something that feels private. Lean in, lower your voice. Say, "I haven't told anyone this, but," and confess a minor vulnerability or a slightly controversial opinion. This triggers 2 things. First, they feel special, selected, part of your inner circle. Second, they feel indebted. To balance the scales, they will lower their shield and share a real secret with you. They have just handed you the ammunition for their own destruction. You gave them a fake coin. They gave you their gold. This is the Trojan horse of conversation. Once inside the walls, the city is yours. These 7 keys unlock the doors to the human psyche. You now possess the tools of the architect. But remember, A scalpel can save a life, or it can sever a throat. The difference lies in the hand that holds it. Most will watch this video and forget. They will return to the herd, eyes glossed over, content to be manipulated by ads, by politicians, by lovers who know the game better than they do. Do not be like them. Observe. Practice. Silence the noise and watch the strings. The world is a game of chess, and you have just been taught how the pieces move. The board is set. It is your turn. Subscribe if you seek power. Scroll away if you prefer the shadows.